Quantumania's here. Hey everyone, welcome to Mr. Teach Film Preach, and if you're a film lover like I am, and you learn from films as much as I do, and you're an MCU lover, then you might be in the right place, and if you're in the right place, consider clicking like down below to subscribe to my channel for more content. Also, let me know, what did you think of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? Did you love this film? Which is your favorite MCU film? And which of the 3 Ant-Man films for you are the best? And while you're commenting down below, click that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to hit that bell button to notify you when I've released more videos. Today, we're talking about the 2023 sci-fi action-adventure superhero film, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Directed by Peyton who had done the other 2 Ant-Man films. This is a PG-13 film, starring Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, Kathryn Newton, and Jonathan Majors. When Scott Lang, Hope Van Dyne, Hank, Janet, and Cassie Lang, Scott's now adult child, are accidentally pulled into the quantum realm, they must survive the threats in the quantum realm while trying to get back home. However, a conqueror stands in their way. I really did enjoy the first Ant-Man film. I wasn't the biggest fan of the second one. In fact, I think the second Ant-Man and the Wasp film is one of the weaker MCU films out there.
Oh, but baby.
Ultimately, this is a fun film. I did have a good time. I thought there were some great aspects about it, and then some things that didn't work so well. There was a lot of ups and downs in this movie, and it was a little bit all over the place at times, both with the script and the story and the execution at times. Definitely the second half of this film, like the second act and third act, are a lot better than the first act. But once Kang the Conqueror, played by the amazing, great Jonathan Majors, is introduced into the story, it becomes a lot more focused of a story, a lot more menacing and darker, but also it gives the story a backbone and a great villain that they can build a story off of and launch pad phase 5 for the MCU. But getting there took some time because it meanders a bunch. There's some real writing lulls in this movie. Some jokes hit really well and I thought were hilarious, and they definitely pushed the boundaries of an Ant film with the comedy. And then sometimes it was like a swing and a miss. The CGI was better once Kang is introduced, and the CGI was a little bit up and down, especially in the first half of the film, where like at times it looked like a green screen, like literally they were just standing in front of a green screen. And I know that they are. Avatar: Way of Water just came out recently, and after seeing that movie and then coming into this, dark and washed out colors, and some of the lighting was just not very well done compared to Avatar, which was bright and expressive and vibrant, and you felt like you could see every little detail. And I guess that's just the difference between like an Avatar film with James Cameron at the helm and an MCU running out another film of theirs. But the cast is great. I love Paul Rudd. I'm a huge fan of Michelle Pfeiffer, and she's got a way bigger role in this film, and I really love that about this. Evangeline Lilly from Kelowna, my hometown, baby.
In my hometown.
But definitely the standout star of this movie is Jonathan Majors in the role of Kang the Conqueror. I thought he was excellent. I thought a great villain, one that was extremely menacing and creepy, but while also being reserved and complicated and deep. And after seeing him in Devotion a couple of months ago, I know he can really knock this part out of the park and take the phase 5, maybe even the phase 6, and be the baddie for the next 2 years here. So every time that he was on screen, as soon as he's introduced in the movie is picked up by about 3 notches.
And there's another notch on your belt.
Paul Rudd gets a few great moments in this movie that I thought he really hit that emotional punch while still being the charming, sweet, and funny version that he always is.
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose.
The battle in the third act is really great for the most part, and there's some really awesome fight scenes. There's some great stuff with Ant-Man coming in, going after Kang, and I loved just the vibe that they had in the second half of the film. MODOK was hilarious and over the top and ridiculous and stupid and dumb at times, and I agree that the CGI with the face of MODOK was
that is awful.
It just didn't work. It made me laugh out loud, but it took away from anything he did seriously. And I just thought he was a funny character and I had a good time with him, but it also felt a little wasted and a little ridiculous to the point that it took away the stakes. Much like Taika Waititi did with Thor Love and Thunder, where he cut so much of the dramatic moments with this humor that just didn't work. It could be really serious at one point and then just totally shift to this ridiculous, cutting the tension with this humor. And I'm not a fan of that, and this movie does that a few too many times. It was inconsistent at times, both in the story, in the tone, in the writing, and in the visual effects. But the charm of the movie, how fun it is, how laughable it is, how interesting the world is that they tell in the quantum realm, I thought was really engaging. I like the tension in the relationship between Cassie and Scott in this film. I thought that was one of the best parts.
You have a daughter, but you've lost a lot of time.
At times, it felt a little bit underdeveloped, and it could have done with maybe a little bit more editing. This movie is definitely like an up and down roller coaster. For the Ant-Man movies and the rankings, I would still say the first one is the best one. I think it's the most consistent. I think it had a really strong story, a really good focus. Then I would say Quantumania is number 2, where I'm mixed about it. It's not like an A-, but it's still not terrible. I wouldn't say it's top 10 MCU films. It's not the top tier. And then Ant-Man and the Wasp, the second film, is for sure the worst one out of the 3. As soon as Thanos kind of wrapped up things, I sort of just was like, great, I'm kind of done with the MCU. And that's when the MCU decided to get even bigger and crazier, and just, there's so many shows and movies and stuff now and so much connectivity. Overall, I did have a good time. I think it's definitely worth checking out in theaters on a big screen. You're gonna have to be a little bit patient with this movie and just get through that first act, get past the first 30-40 minutes, and then you will have a good time. I'm gonna go ahead and give Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania a B. What did you think of this film? Are you a fan of the Ant-Man films? Which one is your favorite? I would love to hear your rankings and your thoughts on this film down below. And also, while you're down there, don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel for more content. Also, don't forget to hit that bell button to notify you when I release more videos. Thank you so much for checking out Mr. T's Film Preach. Hope you all had a great time. Come back and check out some other videos like Plane, Knock at the Cabin, and Avatar: The Way of Water. Come back and check out some other videos, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, everyone. Stay focused, stay awesome, and as always, let's get taught.